Good morning, I'm Nikki Stanzione.
And I'm Kristen Van Dyke.
And this is New Mexico style, and it's finally starting to feel like spring is really here.
It's going to arrive. It's actually finally arrived, even though it technically arrived earlier this week when it felt like winter time. But it's going to be beautiful, gorgeous weather all the way into the weekend.
Yeah, I'm in watermelon colors.
Yeah, should be. Sandia.
Yeah, I like that, right? It feels like, the sandias, exactly. And so it feels like summer, and I'm actually taking off. So you're in charge, girly, tomorrow. You and Elias tomorrow and the beginning of next week. It's trouble everywhere. So, and I'll hopefully be causing some kind of trouble in Miami.
I'm sure you will in Miami.
But I'll be with family. It'll be a nice time to be with family, and we all need that sometimes. You just need that TLC sometimes from your family. Now, something else that I know you need, probably more than me, is adventures. You like to take risks.
I do like adventures, yeah.
You know?
Sometimes.
Yeah, the biggest risks I take are like crashing the Oscar parties or like, or moving to places I don't know people. But as far as like outdoor adventures, I'm kind of a wimp.
Wimpy?
Wimpy.
You went up in a balloon, right?
No.
You didn't go up in a balloon, sorry.
I didn't.
I was like, that's a kind of adventurous.
I know, I didn't.
No.
Well, have you ever gone bungee jumping?
No, I haven't done that. I have a little bit of a fear of heights. I'll do anything, I'll hike,
Yeah.
Bungee jumping, I don't know.
I'm petrified of it. Take a look at this, though. A thrill-seeking Canadian woman confined to a wheelchair. Look at her. She realized her dream of bungee jumping and, oh my God.
That is crazy.
Look at it, look
at it. She made it.
This is awful. They literally threw her over the side of a bridge in a wheelchair, and this is her dream?
I think it looks kind of fun. But
I don't know, it's just cracking me up.
Yeah. Hey, that was her dream. She wanted to do it. It is like, it's not something you see every day.
No.
Good for her.
Good for her.
It's kind of fun. It's fun.
It's good. It's a good thing that she realized her dream. I'm sorry, that just cracked me up. Let's check in with KRQE News 13 anchor Elizabeth Alvarez with this morning's headlines. Hi, Elizabeth.
Seriously, I've had my mouth open for the past few seconds looking at that video. Oh my gosh.
Have you ever gone bungee jumping?
No. I'm kind of like you, Nikki. I'm kind of a wimp when it comes to like heights and I'm not very adventurous. I don't know.
Me neither. I'm sorry.
You're in New Mexico now, ladies.
Okay,
you need to get adventurous.
I know. We got to get out there.
We'll work on it. We'll do it together if you guide us.
Sounds like a good deal.
Okay.
Good morning, ladies. Good morning to you at home. Top of your morning news headlines this Thursday morning. President Obama continues his energy tour this morning after making a quick stop right here in New Mexico. The president was here in New Mexico for 2 hours yesterday. Our News 13's Alex Tomlin covered his visit. She files this report.
Hello, New Mexico.
It's not a sight you see every day. Air Force One landing in Roswell. The president touched down around 5:30, taking a few minutes to talk with Governor Susana Martinez and snapping photos with the crowd before getting on Marine One and heading to Maljamar, oil country about 40 miles southeast of Roswell. There, the president gave a speech on federal land about the importance of domestic production, but couldn't resist starting off with an alien joke.
I announced to people when I landed that I'd come in peace.
The president quickly got down to business, touting his work to get American oil fields pumping.
Under my administration, America is producing more oil today than at any time in the last 8 years. That's a fact.
Republican Representative Steve Pierce says Obama shouldn't take all the credit.
Well, most of the rules that he's working under came under the Bush administration.
Pierce says he welcomes Obama to his district, but doesn't think today's visit was just about energy.
Do you think that today is a campaign stop more than an energy conversation?
It appears like it. In other words, I don't think he's coming in to instruct BLM. You guys do your work.
The president addressed that kind of criticism head on.
If you hear anybody on TV saying that somehow we're against drilling for oil, then you'll know that they either don't know what they're talking about or they're not telling you the truth.
Alex Tomlin, KRQE News 13.
The president is now headed to Oklahoma and Ohio now. While President Obama stopped in southeastern New Mexico yesterday, there was a small group of protesters that gathered at the Roswell airport. Now, these folks are against the proposal by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service to put the dune sagebrush lizard on the endangered species list. Environmentalists claim oil production has nearly killed off the tiny lizard, but opponents claim putting the lizard on the endangered list will kill oil production and jobs. This morning, wrecking crews will continue to tear down the Albuquerque Downs. Workers began destroying the old grandstand at the Fairgrounds racetrack yesterday. It's for improvements, though. Revamping and updating the track includes a new $20,065,000 square foot casino closer to Central. There will also be a park that connects the casino to a viewing area, and the city hopes the improvements will draw you and your money back in.
Well, we've came here quite a bit in the late 60s and early 70s when they had the big crowds at the horse racing, and of course at the usually associated with the state fair.
The new casino is supposed to be built by the end of the year. All right, heads up, watch your gas tank. Police say that gas siphoning is on the rise. No joke here. Cops are saying that people are going around siphoning gas in the metro area in the past few weeks, especially in Rio Rancho. Thieves there were even going after buses. Police say some of them were at the Meadowlark Senior Center. That area was hit twice recently. Now, the first time the thieves got away with more than 70 gallons of fuel. Warmer weather is expected over the weekend, and it might be time to head outside and get that vegetable garden planted. Doing that could also keep more green in your wallet. I'm talking more money in your wallet, really. News 13's David Romero has tips on how to grow a successful garden.
There's nothing like fresh tomatoes off the vine or cool cucumbers in a salad. It's also a little more refreshing when you know you've grown them yourself.
It takes a good weekend to get a good veggie garden going. I mean, you can plant everything in one weekend, or a couple of weekends would do it. But to get produce from it, it'll be 6 to 8 weeks.
It's not too hard to get started either.
You need at least 12 inches of good soil to raise a tomato plant, or 12 inches for just about everything would be just perfect. And you would need to amend your soil, which means adding compost and fertilizers to the soil.
And if you're worried about the upkeep?
So you pick an area that you want to put in, and if you don't have space to put a big garden or to till the yard up, you can use a raised bed, which is, they come in different sizes.
With the rising price of vegetables and other foods in stores, experts say this is a good time to save cash once your fruits and veggies come in. There are no hard numbers out there on how much you'll save, but if you grow more of what you like most, that's where you'll see the big savings. Another thing to look out for is if the fruits or vegetables you're growing will give you your money's worth. Determine that plants only produce a limited amount of produce, while indeterminates will keep giving as long as the plant is healthy.
It's very easy. You can grow in pots. You can grow anywhere. You can grow in a small little 4x5 bed and still profit from that.
David Romero, KRQE News 13.
See, you don't even need your own house or yard, for that matter, to grow your own garden. We do have more gardening tips for you on our website. Just head to krqe.com. And that wraps it up for your Thursday morning headlines. Be sure to catch Matt Morrow, Kristen Van Dyke, and me every weekday morning on KRQE News 13 beginning at 4:30 a.m. Ladies, Nikki, I know you're heading off to Miami tomorrow. Do me a favor and have a Cuban sandwich and a mojito for me.
And I can do that at 2 or 3 in the morning because everything stays open all night in Miami.
Yes.
I will do that for you, Elizabeth.
Have a good trip.
Thank you. I love that gardening story because, you know, you and I were just saying we're not really expert gardeners. Those are some really good tips.
I think I'm going to try it this year. I've never done it by myself. I've always had the help of my dad, but
it's worth a try. All right, you'll have to let us know. Now, this is some really big news. Yesterday, we talked a little football, and now the Broncos' attempt to trade quarterback Tim Tebow to the New York Jets is completed, as reported by FoxSports.com. It got all finalized Wednesday evening after hitting a potential snag. Tebow's Denver contract specifies any team that acquires the quarterback has to kick back $5 million to the Broncos in advanced salaries from the 2012 through 2014 seasons. But the Jets failed to notice that until after agreeing to the deal, you got to read the fine print. You know, that's the bottom line. And apparently the Broncos and the Jets agreed to split the $5 million, so that's kind of how it all went down.
Yeah, and the deal also raised questions about the Jets' commitment to its quarterback, Mark Sanchez.
Eye candy.
Yes. He earlier this month received a $40 million contract extension that included a $20 million guarantee. So That would be an expensive buyout.
Yeah, to say the least. Well, in the meantime, an anonymous Jets player told the New York Daily News that another quarterback would make Sanchez work harder. And this teammate said Sanchez is a little lazy and content because he knows he's not going to be benched. Now, you know, that's the trap, is when you're that popular and you know it's not going to happen, maybe your discipline, you know, level is a little different. I love watching Mark Sanchez, and I'm not a Jets fan. I'm a rival. I'm a Giant, but
he is pretty dreamy.
Dreamy. Oh, that's such a cute word. He's dreamy. He is.
Yes.
Hi, Mark Sanchez, just in case you're watching. Okay, moving on.
All right, CBS's 2.5 Men has found a way to bring Charlie Sheen's character back, how about this, to the series in the form of a 63-year-old woman. The network that stars Harry's Law. Have you seen Harry's Law?
Really, actually, really good show.
Yeah, it's a really good show. She's going to guest star in the April 30th episode as a ghost of Sheen's Charlie Harper.
Ooh. Maybe she'll put a little misery on them. Despite John Cryer's, what happened was, okay, despite all the things that happened with Charlie and all of the things that have gone on with the show, I know that the ratings were as good with Ashton initially. Right. I think now this is going to kind of help them out a little bit. I mean, what's going to happen is during the episode, John Cryer's Alan will suffer a minor heart attack, and the ghost of Charlie Harper will pay a visit to the hospital bedside.
Okay.
And in Sheen's alter ego, you know, as he was famously killed off in the season premiere after the actor was fired from the top-rated series after he blasted creator Chuck Lorre, you know, we all know what happened there. But John Cryer really hasn't had the opportunity, I don't think, to show really his acting chops. I think so much focus has been on Charlie, and then with Charlie gone, so much focus was on Ashton. Yeah, so I think this could be an interesing episode.
We'll see. So wait, so Kathy Bates is going to play
Charlie's ghost. Yeah. Wow. Who would think? I know a lot of, I'm glad you said that, because people are probably asking that question to themselves. Yes, that is what we said. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Interesting.
Interesting. Almost makes you want to say something crazy, like dropping the wrong word out of your mouth. But, you know, dropping an F-bomb at work may require you to put some money in a swear jar. A new study from researchers in the UK shows that cursing in the office might actually, get this, be good for building relationships. Right. Bombs away. Really, go for it.
So, yeah, even if you're spending the money, you might be helping your relationships out. There's a study that found that swearing allowed coworkers to express their true feelings. It's all about expression.
Venting is good.
According to the Business Insider, but until the rest of your coworkers get on board, it's safe to say that the A words, F words, S words, and all those C words and all that stuff might land you in the HR.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't want to land in HR for that. You want to go there for good things like promotions and raises and more vacation days. Definitely not for that. It's interesting, though. It's just something to think about.
You know what? I think you can say a good darn it.
Yeah,
and you know what I mean? It's just getting your feelings out.
Yeah.
I think if you slam the fist down, you know.
Get it out somehow. Come on, guys. Okay. Now, we recently told you about this story. This is really interesting. A Michigan man who recently filed a class action lawsuit against the AMC movie theaters over excessive snack prices. Remember that? Well, now one theater owner has responded, explaining that the supersized concession cost is, get this, our fault.
Our fault.
Our fault. Yeah.
He says that when people spill the popcorn in the movie theater, it costs a lot to clean it up. And the guy went on to say that snack prices reflect the theater's cost to buy it, prepare it, and clean the kernels out of the carpet. So the cost is then passed on to the consumer. And so, you know, how do theaters that don't have carpet exactly explain the price hikes?
I don't know.
How do you explain sometimes when the floor is all sticky?
I know.
You know, when
it's always sticky. I don't think they're doing that great of a job of cleaning that it should cost us $25 to buy popcorn. I mean, and I don't really think the cost of kernels can be that high that they have to raise prices. And really, a fountain drink, really $6 for a fountain drink?
That's
it's ridiculous.
Crazy.
Anyway, that's that. Yeah. Now, we have a new business to tell you about.
That's right. Dick's Sporting Goods, the largest full-line sporting goods retailer, just opened its first location right here in Albuquerque.
Yeah, this is exciting. Dick's Sporting Goods' new location is actually located at Cottonwood Commons, and it's a great store. I mean, there's something for everyone, whether you're a tennis player, or a football player, whatever your sport is.
And you can always find good deals there too.
Yeah,
I think pretty good deals.
Really good deals, and now a really convenient location. So definitely head on out. And you know, there's always great deals when there's a grand opening. So we like to see that. Anything that's affordable and necessary makes life just a little bit simpler. And so does good weather.
Yeah, and the weather's going to be really nice for us for the next few days.
So when I travel today, it's like anybody traveling, it's not going to be windy.
No, not for takeoff. You should be okay. I can't promise it's going to be a completely smooth flight because you probably are going to be flying into some of the bumps in the jet stream, but it'll be good. You'll be fine.